Hey everybody, this is Mace1370 back for a Gatecrash 8-4, and looking at this pack, Rubble Hulk. Seems like it could be pretty strong. I mean, it's basically a 6/6 for 6 when you play it, probably, unless you get it out like a turn earlier with a Key Rune or Greenside Watcher or something. Yeah, I don't know actually like how great this guy is. For a rare, he kind of seems like maybe mediocre. Like there's that 6 mana 7/6, which you don't take that highly, but I guess that doesn't have Blood Rush on top of it. So this is, I guess, a maybe. There's an Undercity Informer, which we could just take straight up and try to do the mill plan. Gift of Orzhov seems very strong. Madcap Skills is very good. Death Cult Rogue seems very good as well. I think I'm going to take the Gift of Orzhov. I've been pretty impressed with this card so far. If you can get it to stick, you probably just win. I guess if you really want to run for mill, you could just take the Informer. I like this card too because it sets you up for potentially, Orzhov, or it can also go inside a Boros stack. This can go in a lot of decks. Technically, you can play it in Dimir. Speaking of Dimir, there's a Dimir Charm here. There's an Orzhov Key Rune, Sacred Foundry. Martial Glory is not bad. I don't think Orzhov Key Rune is a super high pick. Sacred Foundry, I guess I could take just for a few tickets. Dimir Charm seems like it's pretty decent removal, so maybe we just take that. Looking at the rest of this pack, I mean, Zertar Swine is okay. Martial Glory is good, but I don't know for Boros yet. Yeah, I'll take the removal spell. Okay, well, so there's a Death's Approach, which is pretty sweet. There's also a Scarred Guildmage. This guy seems really good. Kind of awkward that we passed a few Gruul cards. I think Death's Approach is really good when you're in Dimir, just because you can, incidentally mill them, and then this just becomes a pretty awesome piece of removal. That said, I think I'll probably just take the Guildmage here. I think he's probably very strong. It's kind of unfortunate that he doesn't really go with either of our picks yet, but I feel like he's probably the strongest card in the pack. I've been annoyed when I've played against him. So yeah, I mean, it's either that or I could just take Death's Approach. I think that's another line. I don't really necessarily want to force Dimir. Actually, I'm going to take the Death's Approach and just try and stay open. Okay, well, I think now I'm just being punished because there's a Ripscale Predator there. There's a Boros Key Rune. There's also a Smite. So I could continue to not take Gruul cards and take more removal. I don't know if Dimir Charm is splash-worthy. Smite seems really good, though. So maybe I just do that. Yeah, so I guess if I had taken the Guildmage, I definitely would have just slammed the Ripscale Predator here. But I think I'm going to take the Smite. Okay, so I think there's a few good choices. We have a Bane Alley Broker. There's a Death Cult Rogue. There's the Dutiful Thrall. So I haven't seen really any extort creatures yet, so I don't know if Orzhov will be open. I could take Bane Alley Broker. Death Cult Rogue, I guess, goes well in both. I don't actually know, like, between the Bane Alley Broker and the Rogue, which is better. This guy obviously is great for Cypher. We haven't really seen much Cypher yet, though. So maybe I just take the Bane Alley Broker. It's a little awkward, like Smite doesn't really fit in a Dimir deck. I mean, I guess you could splash it. Yeah, I'll take the Looter. Okay, so here we have Rapid Hybridization, which I think is pretty decent. There's a Clinging in Enemies. Yeah, there's not a lot in this pack, so we'll just take that. Okay, so here, I think this pack is pretty bad. Beckon Apparition doesn't seem very good. I think Spire Tracer is okay. I guess I'll take the 4-2 flash. I don't really plan on running this card though. I could take Illness in the ranks. Creature tokens usually aren't a big problem. Horror of the Dim just doesn't seem very good. I don't really want to run that card. I'd probably prefer the 4-2 flash to Horror of the Dim. Okay, so Realm Right. I don't remember what this guy does. Oh, I guess he's kind of a fixer. So there's Last Thoughts and Midnight Recovery, and there's also Metropolis Sprite. So I think we'll just take the Metropolis Sprite. Interesting. So Undercity Informer and Balustrade Spy tabled. So I'm going to take the Informer here. I guess it looks like we're going to be into Dimir. I don't know if Mill will be like a viable option, but it's nice to have the Informer. And Shadow Slice tabled, so I guess we can take that. I guess if I was staying Orzhov, I would have taken Aerial Maneuver. Okay, I don't think Skybinder Staff is that great. Bioshift I think is probably pretty bad. I don't know, like Mental Vapors, I guess against a slow deck this might be okay, but it seems pretty bad. Like I think Last Thoughts is probably just better. So I guess I take Bioshift here in the event that I can like keep it in the sideboard, and then if my opponent has a lot of, you know, like tokens or something, I can maybe use it, but probably not. Here we'll just take Sky Games because it's a blue card, and I guess here we'll just take Razor Whip because it's Razor Tip Whip because it's foil. All right, so missed out on a couple of the 2/2 unblockable rogue dudes. Didn't really see very many good Cipher cards. Like didn't see any Hands of Binding. Well, Eliminate Primordial is pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to take it here because we're not white. So there's Keymaster Rogue. I think that's not really what I want. I don't want to first pick Gutter Skulk. I think it's important to have, you know, early drops to trade away, but first picking it doesn't seem great. I could just take Death's Approach. It's another removal spell. This seems like a pretty mediocre first pack for me though. Simic Charm is good, but we're not in Simic really. Yeah, this guy would have been sweet if I was in Orzhov. Speaking of Orzhov, there's a nice rare there. So I could take Orzhov Guildgate, potentially, to splash. We have the Smite. We have Gift of Orzhov. I don't know if this guy is worth splashing. There's really nothing else here for me, so I guess I'm not really being punished by taking either the Guildgate or the High Priestess of Penance. Interesting. I mean, this is obviously not wheeling. I guess I'll take the Guildgate. I don't know if this guy is splash worthy. You know, in like a stalled board, I guess he doesn't really do much. Ooh, alright, well, Consuming Aberration is good. That could have been a mistake. I mean, I guess maybe the reason why I didn't take him, I'm not totally convinced I'm going to splash, even for like Smite or him. That might just not be what I want to do. So I think, yeah, taking Consuming Aberration is pretty sweet. So we have this guy now, and we have the Undercity Informant, so I don't know if Coerced Confession is particularly playable. Maybe if you get like super dedicated Mel. It'd be nice if Corpse Blockade or Furled Oculus tabled. Okay, let's see here. So there's another white removal spell that we could theoretically take and splash. There's Totally Lost, Ooze Flux. This card seems okay, but it's very slow. So I guess between Totally Lost and taking Angelic Edict on the splash. I guess I'll take Totally Lost here. I don't know if I'm going to have enough fixers to make the Angelic Edict splashable. I could just take it now, though, and try to make that happen. It's probably much better than Totally Lost. But if we have enough decent mill, I guess this does act as removal. And it is at instant speed. Alright, I'll take it. Here's another powerful 7-drop. So here's a Balustrade Spy, and there's another Gutter Skulk. I'm going to take this guy just because he decks, and it seems like we might be kind of leaning towards that way as a win condition. Ooh, Agoraphobia is quite good. I would like to get some Simic Guildgates if I get some Frilled Oculi, if possible. Mortis Strider is okay as well, because you can sack him repeatedly to Undercity Informer, which is kind of cute. I don't want to take this guy highly though. I think he kind of goes around the table quite a bit. But I mean, Agoraphobia is awesome. Played with that before. It's pretty sweet. Okie doke. So here we have another Metropolis Sprite, Syndic Enforcer, and a Dinrova Horror. Dinrova Horror seems pretty awesome. It's, I guess, basically Aether Snipe. So the question is, like, do I want to take a 6-drop versus a Sprite? The Sprites are very good, so I think this is actually very close. Like, I think Dinrova Horror is quite powerful. I don't think I'm going to be playing Merfolk of the Depths. So, I mean, given that, like, and I don't know if I'll be playing Totally Lost. We don't have too high of a curve yet, so I think I can take the Dinrova Horror now since I probably won't see a second one. This pack is pretty bad. I can take Last Thoughts. I don't know how playable this card is. It seems pretty mediocre to me. Another Beautiful Thrall. I mean, I guess I'm glad I didn't go Orzhov. I haven't really seen that much Extort. We've seen a couple of the Imps, but I don't know if that would have made a decent deck overall. Here I think I'll just take the Gutter Skulk. Keymaster Rogue, I guess, is a possibility, but it doesn't look like we're on the Cypher plan, really. Like, we just have a couple, and Last Thoughts I don't think is that great. We might be going the mill plan, so it's nice to have some early creatures just to prevent their super aggressive start. I guess we'll take a 3-drop. And we don't really want any of these other cards, so we'll take a Coerced Confession. Again, I'm not sure if I'll end up running this or not. Let's see, so our mill so far, we don't have any of the mill Cypher cards. I think those tend to go around pretty late usually. So if they get opened in the 3rd pack, we can probably pick them up on the wheel. At least I would hope so. Let's see. So Dimir Charm technically does mill, although that's probably not what you usually want to do. So we have this guy. I guess I'll take the Shadow Alley Denizen here. Balustrade Spy mills a bit. Coerced Confession technically mill. Consuming Aberration is a good mill as well. Ooh, okay, so I could take another Gutter Skulk or a Keymaster Rogue. I'll take the 2-drop. And, yep, as predicted, Mortis Strider made it all the way around. We might end up running the Mortis Strider, we'll see. And the Gift of Orzhov could be cute on, like one of our flyers or something, just so we can maybe stabilize and survive a aggressive start. Okay, so we open Blind Obedience. Card seems very strong to me. Unfortunately, we didn't get Orzhov. There's a Guildmage here, which is pretty cool. Alright, well, this pack is pretty bad for us. There's definitely some good cards in here. Madcap Skills is pretty good. I think Disciple of the Old Ways is good. Ivy Lane Denizen seems pretty strong. The Guildmage is obviously good. So I guess we have one Orzhov Guildgate. Is this worth splashing? I mean, we're not that aggressive, and like the fact that they enter the battlefield tapped only matters for us if they have haste. So that's not that great. We could just take Clinging at enemies. We could take Psychic Strike. Ooh, this is a pretty painful pack for me. I don't think Dying Wish is what I want. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll take the rare. I don't know. Kind of disappointing though, because I think any of those cards that we want are just going to wheel. So this pack looks like it's probably going to be another disappointing one for us. Enter the Infinite. I don't think this is worth anything. We could take a Syndicate Enforcer. We could take a Elusive Crassus and try and splash it if we pick up a Guildgate or two. We could take another Rapid Hybridization. We could take a Leyline Phantom. I guess we're taking Rapid Hybridization. Actually, maybe we just want the creature here. We have a decent amount of removal. And this guy has Extort, and he's a 3-2, so he probably trades for some stuff. I feel like he's fairly unexciting, though. Yeah, I'm going to take the Rapid Hybridization. I don't think that 3-2 is very good for our deck. Alright, well, it looks like here we actually have some cards, which is exciting. We have... Wow. First two packs have nothing. Then we have Hands of Biting, we have the Rogue, we have Devour Flesh, Killing Glare, Sage's Rodenizen. Maybe this will wheel. Balustrade Spy might as well. So, we either want Hands of Binding, the Rogue, or Killing Glare. The Rogue doesn't seem that important for us since we don't have really any Cypher cards yet. And I guess we're going the mill plan. So I guess we probably just take Killing Glare for the removal. Okay, well, here's a Dimir Key Rune, which is pretty good. There's also a Hands of Binding, which is also good, along with a Keymaster Rogue, which is okay. Well, I guess I probably want Hands of Binding. What can I put it on? I can put it on Metropolis Sprite, and that's not bad. I can put it on Balustrade Spy. I really don't have a lot of targets for it. So I could just take the Key Rune. Yeah, our deck does not look like the type of deck that's going to be able to utilize this very well, but I don't think we're going to have time to activate Key Rune and get in a lot, so I'll take the Hands of Binding. Hopefully we can pick up some evasive creatures. It's kind of unfortunate because I didn't really see a lot of Cypher in the first pack or two, and so I didn't really prioritize cards like Sprite. Maybe I should have taken it over the Dinrovahor. So here we could take Corpse Blockade or Call of the Nightwing. This is unfortunate since I think we really need one of these. I'm going to be greedy though and take the Call of the Nightwing and just try and get there. Hopefully the Corpse Blockade will table or we'll get one later. Wow, we even get a Dinrovahor in this pack. So I could take that, I could take a Wall here, I could take Devour Flesh. I think some of these Clinging enemies are going to table, so I'm not going to take one now. So the question is, do I take a Dinrovahor or a Devour Flesh? I think I probably take the Devour Flesh. Okay, and this is frustrating because now we have an evasive thing here and we have a Paranoid Delusions. I'm going to take the evasive creature. This might table, we might even see another one. I really don't think these are picked highly. Alright. We only have one gate, so I don't think Wave the Thief is going to be what we want to do. Signal the Clans is not that great for Gruul. I guess we're taking Gutter Skulk. And this was our opening pack, which was pretty miserable, so obviously nothing wheeled. We could just take a creature here. I don't think Dying Wish is going to make our deck at all. Not that I think Horda did well. So we could just counter draft something, but I don't really care if people play this stuff. We can take Serene Remembrance, I guess. I'll take Horror of the Dim. So Leyline Phantom, I don't think I'm going to be playing. I guess I'll just take Enter the Infinite for the Mythic. Wow. So the Death Cult Rogue tabled. That's interesting. I think I'm taking him. I mean, like, now that we have Hands of Binding and like we have Gift of Orzhov, Call of the Nightwing, Shadow Slice, so now we have some fairly sweet things to play, and like having one of these guys, we don't have that many blue creatures, so he's not going to mill that much. So yeah, we're going to take the Rogue here. And here I guess we'll take a Keymaster Rogue. I'm not sure what we would want to bounce, and the Corpse Blockade tabled, so that's cool. I guess Bioshift. So the third pack was pretty decent for us. I think we ended up with a fairly passable Dimir deck. And I think it was correct to do Dimir versus Orzhov. My question is, was it correct to kind of push mill as hard as I did in like packs 1 and 2? You know, when you get a rare like Consuming Aberration, it kind of makes you want to try for it. But I think I might have done it at the expense of getting a more solid / dependable like Cypher deck. I don't know if we'll play the Ruffian or not. He's a maybe. I think we will play one Shadow Slice, probably. I think we'll play one Rapid Hybridization. I don't know about the second one. Agoraphobia is awesome. I think I'll try one Keymaster Rogue. I think Last Thoughts is a maybe. totally lost is, we'll put it in for now. So we have the Mirror Charm, we have the Mill. Mortis Strider, I guess, will be a maybe for us. Call the Nightwing is pretty sweet. And yeah, I think we'll play Gift of Orzhov. So I guess we're kind of low on creatures. So we could put in the Gutter Skulk. We have 2 Gutter Skulks and the Ruffian. So if we were going to take out some spells, what would they be? I think Totally Lost can come out. It seems rather weak. And I guess we have a lot of 2-drops, so I'll play the Ruffian. He has like a little bit of upside to the Gutter Skulk. So then the question is, do I want Rapid Hybridization versus another creature? I'm kind of playing Devour Flesh like a 2-drop in my deck. Like, I'd probably rather just like slam it and kill their 2-drop to slow the game down a bit. I guess we also have Shadow Alley Denizen, but yeah, having a few more low casting cost creatures might be nice for Keymaster Rogue too, just so I don't bounce something super expensive. I don't really see any spells that I really want to take out though, like we have Handsome Binding, which I think needs to stay in, Devour Flesh. I think maybe Rapid Hybridization's a maybe. Dimir Charm is a definite yes. Agoraphobia is a definite yes. I think Gift of Orzhov. Maybe we don't play Gift of Orzhov. We only have 12 creatures, but it's kind of like a Cypher spell in our deck. Like it can really help us stabilize, and it gives like any of our ground creatures evasion too, which is important. I think Call the Nightwing needs to stay in. Maybe Shadow Slice comes out. I think Shadow Slice can really help you win out of nowhere though. Like you slam this down on something and like that's 6 damage, and then it's like a repeatable extra 3 every turn. So like you can get a lot of damage out of nowhere from this thing. Although maybe it is worth taking out. So I could take Shadow Slice out and put in a Gutter Skulk. And then I don't like the Rapid Hybridization, I guess, is a maybe. And put this in. I think Rapid Hybridization is fairly situational. Like it might be much better against some deck than others. Like against Boros, it's probably pretty miserable, since most of their things are like 2/2s or 3/2s or whatever. Okay, so I guess we'll try this. Is it worth playing the Orzhov Guildgate? Probably not. So it wants us to play a white, I guess, for the Gift of Orzhov. I don't think we need to do that. So is 7 blue sources enough? I guess we don't have that much blue. Oh no, we do. We have all this other stuff. I think 9/8 is probably better. We really don't have any double blacks other than Gift, I think. Yeah. So yeah, 9/8 will be fine. All right, on to round 1.